Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. 2nd down and 4. A run straight ahead with Jeanty. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Genty. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This from 42 yards out. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
On the ground, this is Omarion Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
180!
Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results in a 4th down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll get this out to Genty. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Genty. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Abdul Carter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Saints at 3-7 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Once again, it's Jeanty. And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got room. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Up the middle, it's Chilsea. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 47.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. A run once more with Hampton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey,
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On the give, Genty. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here comes 3rd down at 7. They'll set up to throw. And he is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Albert O, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Saints 10, Panthers 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. This is Fant on the short completion. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and 3. Throwing is Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Back to Hampton on first down. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to take it.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And it's caught. And he'll take it in the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 17 yards out.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Give here to Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Again, it's Hampton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Right back to him on first down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Hampton will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And some room to roll now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They'll toss right side to Hampton. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action now. Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Report! Watch the twist!
Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Panthers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Saints first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They work inside here, Hampton. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Omari Hampton. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. He is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a handoff to Genty.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
The rookie from Texas looking sharp on that throw. He gets his guys a first down.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Genty is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
On the give, Genty.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now, a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Mecole Hardman from 3 yards out. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
That's caught. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
Saints first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
What?
On the give, this is Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On the toss, here's Hampton. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Saints, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Inside of State Farm Stadium, the Cardinals listening for the sound of their signature big red siren, which signals an air raid and brings them out to a sea of red here in Glendale.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. They're led out by the 7th-year quarterback from Oklahoma, Kyler Murray.
You know the biggest positive for Kyler a season ago? I really believe this, Kate. He was healthy. Right? We talk about the greatest ability being availability. Well, he was healthy for fully 17 games, something he hadn't done the previous 2 years.
We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now Murray on the play fake. His first throw is an interception. Kane Medrano makes the play. And the Panthers have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
What a tumultuous start to Bryce Young's career. The former #1 pick has about seen it all, Kate, in the NFL. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least that's what he and the Carolina Panthers got to believe. Because the finish to last season was his best football yet.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Running once more with Brooks. Pitching for the end zone, and he lost the football. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Panthers picked up the fumble and ran it home. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Now we get set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. And time to hit a quick reset here, partner, after they find themselves behind following that opening drive INT.
Yeah, you say reset, I say Control-Alt-Delete. Pretend like it didn't even happen. You got to flush it in a hurry.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play action, here's Murray. He's got his man, that's Alec Pierce. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. That one hits for 30. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
takes off. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Cardinals first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates it.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. From the gun, it's Murray. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Now Murray on 3rd and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Ryland is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. That's going to be taken in at the 8.
The Panthers take over.
The Carolina offense out and ready to go. For their 2nd try. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Young. Into the hands of Ganson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
A gain of 9
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. The give inside to Stevenson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Young working from the gun. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Finds Hunter downfield. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Come on, set. Ready.
2nd and 10 now. Young's going to try again. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Cardinals go to the dime look here. 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 52 blue. Hut, hut.
Here's Young again. Pass caught. It's Hunter. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
15 yards. That's good for a Panthers. First down.
Stevenson can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. So they'll be facing 2nd and goal coming up as we reach the end of 1. The Panthers have taken the early lead. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Set, ready, set.
Back to Stevenson. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now lead by 10. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball into the 35 to begin this drive. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Going on 1st down. Here's Murray. Fits it through the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down carry for Connor. Well, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the Panthers, 46 yards.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They've got a man in motion. Play action now. Murray finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense is set. First and 10.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10.
Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 8 runs to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 17-yard line.
Back to the air. Murray makes the connection to James Conner. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Cardinals, first down.
Trying to run it in, Conner. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go. Brock, they take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Here's Murray. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Here's a screen to Benson. Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals making a one-score game in the first half. Trey Benson, the touchdown! His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers and Ramondre Stevenson getting the football back now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
And the Panthers, first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Carolina.
Ready?
They go again with Stevenson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Panthers, first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Panthers.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Set him back 5. It's first and 15 after the penalty.
Ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. Only a yard there, so they'll be staring down second and 14.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. And it's the Panthers, who are facing second and 14.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Hut.
Young looking to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. So we'll take the interception back inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
I know he started.
How you doing?
Ready. 60 seconds.
They'll try it now with Stevenson. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Downfield.
Would have liked to have kept that.
Ready? Down. Yellow, black.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Thompson on the tackle. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's Young to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Right. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Ready.
10 at the 41-yard line.
45. One. Ready.
Trying the left side with Stevenson. We'll call this a modest game here, Brock. That's 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign
EA Sports coverage of the National Football. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Let's go. Blue 32. Black shot.
Young to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Ready?
14 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Young to throw it. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready. Red 38.
Out of the gun, it's Young. He'll find McMillan here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's Young from the shotgun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll throw again, Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Yellow. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. Well, he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. fourth quarter here. They've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Murray again. This is Connor. And they can't bring him down. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on their way to a 2-0 start. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week, and it's pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the... .30-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
This is caught by McMillan. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
19 tight.
Here's Milton. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Milton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? 76, Buffalo 18.
Now Milton. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Milton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw is Milton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing is Milton. Working the middle of the field. complete. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
That's good for the Panthers. First down.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Milton. Checking this down to Stevenson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ramondre Stevenson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play in the catch.
And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they?